Hi, how are y'all doing? Welcome to Green Card Guys TV, and we're happy to share some updates. And today is a big one. Today we have about the today we have the news about immigration reform. All right, so what we got here is I started off saying, yeah, thank you for hi Mila, nice, thanks for joining. We do have some updates, okay? Some you probably already know, but it's just nice to have a little refresher. But I do want to share at least about one bill by a Republican, okay? There's always a couple bill proposals here and there by our Republican friends, but it really doesn't help that many people, that many immigrants. So let me share my screen. I don't think you're going to be happy about this one. I think you know that already. But let me just share my screen. And not to take anything away from this. Let's see here. I'm here to answer any questions as well. So if you have something, drop it in the comment section. Okay. Here we go. Here we are. Okay, here we are. So this bill is it's from Marco Rubio. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, this is Marco Rubio, Senate Bill 2096, a bill to amend the Immigration and Nationality Act to authorize admission of who? Canadian retirees as long-term visitors for pleasure. Canadian only? That sounds a bit strange, right? Hey, I love Canadian folks. It's nice to really appreciate helping out Canadians, of course, through the immigration process. But why would Marco Rubio only limit this to only Canadians? When you pass a law or just try to introduce a law, you would think it would try to assist a lot of people. So if you see here, co-sponsors, there's only one other person. And let's see who his buddy is. Rick Scott from Florida. Oh, they're both out of Florida. Interesting. Okay, well, anyway, just want to share that about those two folks. Yeah, only going to help Canadians. I don't think that's really going to go through. What's the point of that, right? Maybe unless he's got a lot of Canadian expats living in Florida, I suppose. That could be the situation. Who knows? Let's see here. But we do have some other updates, okay? I don't want to only provide devastating information about Marco Rubio, but we do have some other information. Let me pull up my other browser. Okay, we have HR 3648. Okay, this is a proposal by House Representative Zoe Lofgren, a Democrat out of California, and it's actually a bipartisan proposal. So that's a very good thing. The other counterpart, co-sponsor, is John Curtis, Republican out of Utah. At the time that she introduced this proposal on June 1st, 2021, so less than 18 days ago, there were 18 bipartisan members of the House of Representatives that were on board. But now, as of today, there are, I believe I saw 30 of them, okay? And I'm just going to type in the letter R for Republican and see how many are actually Republican. Let's check this out. Okay. Okay, we got five Republicans, 5 Republican friends. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But let's talk about what is this going to help with, all right? This is going to help with the basically getting a green card, right? Who has access to this? The most important thing about this is that it's really focusing on phasing out the per country numerical limitation for employment-based immigration applications, and also increase the per country numerical limitation on family-sponsored immigrants from 7% to 15%. Okay, so they are trying to broaden, open it up, basically. Okay, because you may have heard of like employment-based EB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, family-based 1 through 4, and family-based is where most people get more of visa backlog. Visa meaning the green card in this situation. Okay, whereas employment-based, a lot of people are backlogged from India and China. So I just want to give you a little bit idea of that. All right, so that's really what they call is the Equal Access to Green Cards for Legal Employment Act of 2021, aka EAGLE Act of 2021. All right. There is text of the bill that we received from our association, American Immigration Lawyers Association. And let me see what else I can share with you on this. Yeah, so far it talks mostly about the visa allocation. And if you're not familiar with this limitation, again, this is usually referred to the visa bulletin that's on the travel period state period gov website. And you can see that if you see a date on there, that's called priority date. And that means there's a long wait time, usually. Okay. So this proposal is 35 pages, but most of it is not important for you to know at the time, just really because it goes in detail about the employment process, labor condition application, for example, and the fees, the penalties for any violations. But anyway, happy to answer any questions. Okay. Let me know in the comment section. Tommy, I see you may have a question. Armilla, nice to see you. Jethro, what all is required at the biometrics appointment? So typically you need to bring your DS confirmation number, whether it's DS-160 or DS-260 confirmation page. Okay, it's basically like a barcode. So that's one thing. Also, your visa appointment, of appointment letter. You need to bring that as well. I don't have everything off the top of my head, but those are the two main things. And your passport or some kind of identification. That's very important. Okay, Jethro. Well, I hope you have your appointment coming soon if you're asking that question. All right. But if you don't have a lawyer, Jethro, give us a call, contact us. Let me see if I can put my number up here. Well, number is at the top on this side up there. And it's also down below right here. And friends, if you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. I'm your host, John Ting. I practice law in all 50 states of America, and we represent clients all over the world. However, we want to make sure you're eligible before you apply for something, okay? So if you have a question, you want to just make sure, point you in the right direction, or you might want legal representation, give us a call, okay? At this number, text us if you're at work. And if you are new and you don't know about this, we do offer free 15-minute preliminary discussion, whether it's our legal team or our CARES team. We want to make sure that you qualify for us to represent you. And share this not so secret code, green card guys. You could have guessed it yourself. And our CARES team will set you up with a 15-minute discussion strategy session. Okay. Tommy, I see you got a question. Hello. Welcome to the show again. Is there anything called parole for U visa? We're researching about that, Tommy. We've got a flood of phone calls, just haven't had a moment to check with our colleagues and USCIS, but we will check on that. Let's see. Let me see if they post it on the USCIS website yet. Okay. Yeah, because you haven't been approved yet, right? I know you've been pending. Yeah, that's right. You had a U visa application pending for a while. The email I just read from the Department of USCIS, they did not mention specifically about parole, but I'm going to. Okay, maybe they did. I think I may see something, Tommy. Okay. This seems like I do need to make a separate video about this. Okay. Oh, you're saying that your wife is abroad, and yeah, so you probably haven't seen her in a long time. You got, got her fingerprinting. Oh, at the U.S. address. Okay. Yeah, it does take some time. Sometimes when USCIS knows that the beneficiary, the derivative, like your wife, is abroad, they will send a fingerprint card. Okay. I think it could be, you could probably Google search it, internet search it, FD256, I think is a fingerprint card. But one of our recent clients, USCIS sent the fingerprint card to his country of nationality, in Mexico, for example. And when he tried to go to USCIS office there, when it was under President Trump, he got rid of a lot of the international USCIS office, or they're just closed right now because of the pandemic. And then when he went to the consulate, they also were not accepting fingerprints at the consulate because of the pandemic. So that was a problem, right? So instead, he got it done by, I guess, it's just someone that helps with the fingerprinting. I mean, I don't think it needs to be done by a government official. So worst case scenario is that's what he did, and we sent the card back to USCIS, and hopefully they will accept it. We don't know for sure. We just sent it out, I believe, 2 or 3 weeks ago, but we did ask for more time in case that was not acceptable. And we did provide we did send an email to the consulate saying, that we'd like to set up an appointment for the fingerprinting. And we already knew they were closed and not accepting, but we wanted proof of it, right? Proof that they were saying no, so we could provide that to USCIS. Again, you may have heard me say this. Immigration agencies in America, they don't talk to each other, okay? They don't talk to each other. So that's why you have a lawyer, really. We're here to help you coordinate with all these different agencies, because it is a pain to deal with them. And we're here to solve your immigration problem. Okay, Tommy, hopefully that was helpful. Jethro, your appointment is on the 29th, I see. Okay, I wish you the best. Hopefully you don't need our assistance, but if you do, you know what to do. Give us a call. All right, Tommy, I was going to look up to see anything about the parole. Okay, I don't see anything at the moment, just more about the work permit. Yeah, at the moment, I don't see anything about parole, but I could be wrong. But if I do see something in the future, I'll let you know. So Tommy, I don't know. Maybe you did fill out intake form before. I can't remember. But if you did, then let me know in the comment section. We'll follow up and check that, okay? Let's see. Okay, so back to the EGLE Act, okay? Let me know in the comments if you think this could help you. If you already have a petition filed, because again, I know a lot of folks who called in waiting in India and China specifically, also Mexico and Philippines. Y'all been waiting a long time, especially the F4 category and the EB2 and EB3 category. So if you're in that situation, let us know in the comments, okay? Let's see if we can. We'll definitely update you. If you want to fill out an intake form, at a description down below. It starts with Ting Law, and then we'll add you to our list to update you about any of these potential or possible immigration form. Okay, we're happy to point you in the right direction. And again, if you have any questions, please drop in the comment section. Tommy, you're welcome. Happy to help. Point you in the right direction. Okay, Kapil, your friend was in ICE detention center. He's out now. Okay, great. Congratulations to him. Him or her. Oh, him, yeah. And he applied for asylum, withholding removal. Now he's getting married. After he get married, can he get his court case dismissed? It's certainly possible. We're happy. Our legal team is happy to help him with that. It is. It's not a guarantee, right? You have to make the request, but we do know that President Biden administration is more open to these type of requests. However, Kapil, you need to tell your buddy. We certainly hope that his asylum application was genuine and not fake, not frivolous, because they could use that against him in the future. So keep that in mind. He can't just think, oh, forget about the asylum case. It's not going to come back to bite me in the future. No, you need to be on your toes and be ready for any questions about it, even if he withdraws that application. Okay. And there's a lot of scenarios, right? I mean, did he enter with a visa or not? Something he may not have. Okay, he did come with a visa, J1. Okay, he's getting married legit and not fake. That's great news. Okay, I'm very happy for your friend because USCIS is officers are smarter than most people think. Okay, they can see between the lines on documents. They know what is fake and what is not. I've heard of another lawyer, unfortunately, in Houston, who knows if she actually knew if these cases were fake or not. But she got in trouble, and so did all those other immigrant applicants who provided fake documentation. So, yeah, I'm glad to hear, Kapil, that your buddy is getting married. It's hard to find a loved one, so happy it's going to hopefully it'll work out for him all the way to the end. Till death do you part. You know what I'm saying? So, hope everything. If you're watching this channel, please take your case seriously. We have people call in and they're just kind of nonchalant. I get it. You may not care as much about your case. I often kind of feel like our team cares more about the case than the clients. But our goal is to make sure you care because there are deadlines that we need to meet, that we need to file documents, evidence before the deadline. Okay. But I know all of y'all are fans, followers, subscribers watching on YouTube, Facebook, that you care about your case because you're watching the channel. You're taking the time to watch us, and so you can hear the updates. But if you also want the email updates, fill out the intake form down below. Let us know about your case because you might be surprised that some people think that they are not eligible for something, but when we ask the follow-up questions, dig in a little deeper, investigate, some people are eligible for something. So fill out the intake form anyway. Even if you don't think you're qualified for something, could be something that exists that you could take advantage of. Okay, and let's see here. So I want to make sure I didn't miss any questions here. Oh, Kapil, one other concern you might want to watch out for your buddy is if he's got a 2-year restriction on his J1. Hopefully he doesn't. Not everyone has a 2-year restriction because if he does have a 2-year restriction, he needs to file a waiver, and I highly recommend having a lawyer for that part at least. You're welcome, Kapil. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for sharing our channel and information to your friends. You have a question. Should he get married and... Okay, he doesn't have 2-year restriction. Wonderful. That's very good. Should he get married and apply for marriage or wait a few months and then apply if he does not any changes? Okay, well, I mean, it just depends on the case. I mean, he needs to have evidence of marriage, not just a marriage certificate. So, people come to my office, or I guess now call in and we have video conference and they say, John, I just got married or I'm about to get married. Can we file the next day? I don't recommend filing that quickly. We can certainly prepare your case and get ready, but we need evidence, right? So we do provide suggestions. We do have a list of evidence suggestions on what people should start gathering or creating, like joint financial accounts, things like that. So, yeah, it just depends on the scenario, client's case. But if he's wanting to make a request to court, I usually like to provide some kind of marriage evidence, even if the client applicant has not filed the form to USCIS, but at least some kind of marriage evidence to show the judge, hey, we don't. I mean, these days we can mention those three qualifying situations that President Biden administration provided: not a national security threat, not a public safety threat, and not a border security threat. Okay, but in addition to that, for your friend Kapil, I also have to mention the real marriage, right? And provide evidence about that. So that's very important. Okay, Tommy, back to you, my friend. You got, you visa October 2020. You filed it, third robbery. Yeah, I remember that. My goodness. You know what? I just had a phone call about robbery. Y'all need to be careful, please, please. Please be careful. It's getting, I don't know what is the deal. There's a lot of I mean, there's a lot of violence in general, but the news is capturing at least, or just people on the streets capturing more videos about violence against Asians. I don't know what the deal is. It seems to be happening most. I mean, I'm in Houston, Texas. There's a couple stories here, but some reason happening seems to be happening more on the West Coast and East Coast. I have no idea what's going on. So please, even if you don't work at like a convenience store or something, just watch your back, okay? Okay, even if you're not the like traditional East Asian or Asian American or whatnot, just watch your back. I guess what people call it, watch your six. So okay, but your question, do you have a question here? You don't know about USCIS? Don't know about how? Oh, about the other one? Okay, the third one. They don't have to know about the third one, Tommy. As long as they know about one of them and you get the certification form, at least on one of those crimes against you, that's okay. Um, and hopefully that works out, okay? Because in terms of prosecution, hopefully they found the guy or the gal. Who knows? Can't discriminate on gender on who's robbing the place. My goodness, who robbed you? How do you let them know about? I mean, you could update them if you still want to. The guy's still in jail. If you can still update them if you wanted to. But I mean, if for some reason they had some issue with that, then you have to get a new certification form. It's basically a new application. So that's why, if for some reason this October 2020 incident was denied, then you can file a new separate application. Okay, they don't care about the other incident, because your certification form that you got signed by law enforcement or police, sheriff, judge, prosecutor, it's only about that first or October 20 incident. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Oh, you're in Bedford. You're taking therapy. Okay, I'm glad you're getting therapy. Hopefully not too much abuse or medical injuries. I hope you're getting better. You're in Bedford. Yeah, we have some clients out of Bedford, Texas. We used to be in Dallas, so we've been in Houston the last couple of years. But hey, we represent clients in all 50 states of America and all across the world. Friends, if you have any more questions, please fill out the intake form down below or give us a call, and we will keep you updated. Okay. So if you're just now tuning in, there was a bill proposal, reform bill called the EGLE Act, Equal Access, um, Equal Access to Green Cards, Act of 2021, EGLE Act, EGLE Legal Act. All right. So, and that was June 1st. And there's 30 co-sponsors. That's really good, because a lot of the ones that we've seen that have filed in the Senate or House of Representatives, usually there's only a couple. So it seems like Zoe Lofgren has got some good headway, I guess you can say, got pretty good influence, because she so far has 5 Republicans that have agreed to be as co-sponsor, and also she was one of the co-sponsors for the American Dream and Promise Act. So it seems like she's got a lot of influence in the House of Representatives. So, and by the way, friends, we do have resources in our website down below. Okay, if you want to contact your elected official, your politician, and let them know that you care about immigration reform, because just because it's on the news every once in a while, don't assume that your elected official, whether Republican or Democrat or Libertarian, Independent, let them know. Okay, you don't have to tell them that you're actually here without status or something. Pi Manuel, how long does it take to apply for VAWA? Ooh, I mean, in terms of, I don't think you mean this for us, but internally, it can take us less than a couple weeks as long as we get all the evidence in. But I know you're probably talking about USCIS, and that can take a while. Okay, at least a year, because they have a lot of these cases. Okay, so no, we're happy to help. That's why we do our best to reduce the internal processing time within our own office, because we want to get it out to USCIS as soon as possible, because we know it's going to take a long time with that. Okay, so sorry if I mispronounced your name. Fill out the intake form down below, and we'll see if we can help you out. Okay, and friends, by the way, we're going to have a separate video next week about VAWA, the differences between VAWA and U visa, because some people ask, which one to apply for, and of course, it depends on the circumstances. Oh, Raul, another $1 million question. How long are 765s taking for? Sorry, I'm looking at my phone because I got another meeting in 2 minutes. How long is 765s taking for pending 485s? My goodness, I would say our case experience so far about 5 to 8 months on average. I know it's kind of a wide range. It's not. I wouldn't say it's like a perfect scenario for USCIS, but now that I believe more people are working and vaccinated back at the USCIS mailroom um, or adjudication office, processing office, that they'll get these done a little bit sooner. Okay, so yeah, 5 to 8 months on average. But actually, Roll, good question because the president or USCIS did mention earlier this week that they're going to change it from 1 year temporary work permit based on the pending 485 adjustment application to 2 years. That's good. It's kind of sad, honestly, because that means they recognize, they acknowledge that these 485 applications are taking forever. So we're not going to let them use that as an excuse for long delayed 45, which, by the way, friends, we do help with mandamus cases, meaning we file lawsuits against the government if you have a delay on visa interview, but also, or 221G document, but also if you're here in the United States waiting for your decision and you already had the interview. We've had some clients had several interviews, not one, not two, but 3 interviews in a span of 2 years, and still waited 2 years after that for decision. We filed a lawsuit about March, and government asked for a little extension. They gave us back an answer before the extension expired. Okay, extension meaning they have to file an answer to the court, and they don't want to file an answer to the court if they don't have any update from USCIS. So, you know, they are working with us, okay, to get the answer for our client. All right. So yeah, if you have a situation like that in general, I know, Roll, that wasn't your question, but we're happy to help. Okay, file lawsuits against the government, get you some status. Of course, you have to be eligible. Ravi, Dreamer News? No, unfortunately, no Dreamer News per se. Okay, not specific to Dreamer, but if you're just now tuning in, Ravi, this episode at the beginning was about the Eagle Act 2021, co-sponsored by, lead sponsored by Zoe Lofgren from California, Democrat. Okay, and yep, just making sure that this proposal that I was talking about today didn't have anything about Dreamers. It does not. Okay, but it's got 30 co-sponsors, 5 are Republicans, so it's good news. All right, friends. And by the way, if you're also tuning in for the first time right now, we do offer free 15-minute preliminary discussion. What you need to do, give us a call at this number or text, and you need to share this not so secret code right here, green card guys. You could have guessed it. You could speak with our CARES team or with our legal team. It just depends on the situation to see if you qualify for our representation. Okay, friends, we greatly appreciate your time. And until next time, please continue wearing a mask. Take care now.